According to Melissa Rowe, author of the article Careers for People with Good Communication Skills, many jobs require individuals to possess competent communicator characteristics. Some of these characteristics involve adaptability, empathy, and there's many more. It can be difficult for someone to become a competent communicator, but it is important in order to form relationships throughout life. Competent communication is important in order for human beings to interact and understand each other. This can be done through language, connection with an audience, and being a participating member of a group. Language is a very important way people communicate. According to our Saylor text, language is a structured system of signs, sounds, gestures, or marks used and understood to express ideas and feelings among people within a community, nation, geographic area, or cultural tradition. Language is a form of communication that people can use to create and maintain relationships. Language is very powerful and overall affects how individuals perceive one another while communicating. Language can be a factor in the role or status one has in life. Communication scholar Cherish Kumiro formed the muted group theory that explains how status and power are linked within communication. Her theory concludes that individuals who do not use, quote, correct language may have an inferior role or status. For example, people with certain high statuses are typically competent communicators and can use language well. A teacher could be considered a competent communicator because of their role of teaching their students. They must know how to connect and form a relationship with their students, which is what makes them the competent communicator. While language is the way communicators speak, they must also have an audience. Competent communicators are able to connect with their audience. Communicators know how to address an audience effectively, and one way they do this is by acknowledging logos, pathos, and ethos. These three modes of persuasion were created by the Greek philosopher Aristotle. Competent communicators use Aristotle's three modes to appeal to their audience. This could be potentially done in a speech setting. While giving a speech, competent communicators use fact to back up their topic, known as logos, credibility to back up their claims, known as ethos, and emotion to connect with the audience, known as pathos. Using this form of speaking, an individual gains a good reputation with their audience, effectively becoming a competent communicator. Therefore, competent communicators perform well in speaking to an audience, but they also perform well in small groups. All individuals participate in some kind of group throughout their life. According to the Saylor text, groups are defined as a collection of individuals who influence one another, have a common purpose, take on roles, are interdependent, and interact. Basically, groups are made of people who are trying to achieve a common goal by interacting with one another. Groups can be found everywhere throughout the day, and competent communicators are a part of them too. Competent communicators will take on the role in the group to help the group obtain that common goal. One powerful group made up of researchers from the University of Montreal and McGill University recently made a discovery regarding the communication of autistic children. These researchers came together to form a common goal to see if music therapy could affect the communication of autistic children for the better. They were able to find that the parents of children in the music group had significant improvements in their children's communication skills and family life quality in general. This example of a group shows that these researchers were most likely competent communicators because they were able to interact with one another to achieve a goal of finding the outcome of the study. People who have communication competence are able to communicate through language, speak effectively to an audience, and participate as a member in a group. One's status and role can reflect the level of communication competence someone possesses, as stated in the muted group theory. Along with this, competent communicators are able to assess an audience and apply Aristotle's three modes of persuasion in order to appeal to the audience. Lastly, competent communicators are all members of some kind of group where they contribute and interact with other members to reach a common goal. Communication competence can be difficult, but by taking the steps to learn how, anyone can become a competent communicator.